Hey there, Ed McCormack here, founder of the crypto education platform, Dchained. Before we start today's video, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and pound that like button. We are thrilled and appreciative for all the new viewers who continue to tune in every single week and subscribe to this channel, but we're looking to grow and spread the word about not only cryptocurrency, but also quality and objective information. So please pound that like button, hit subscribe, and share with your friends. So that being said, this has been a hell of a week in the crypto world. We've seen Bitcoin go down, Ethereum go down, the overall market start to pull back. And amongst all of this craziness, there was actually a glimmer of excitement. And that glimmer of excitement is ultimately a new entrant into the crypto wallet space, Robinhood. And that could have a dramatic impact on your investments heading into the holiday season and years to come. We're going to talk about all of that right now. So before we jump into why all of this is exciting, let's talk a little bit about Robinhood, because there are many people who watch this channel who might not be familiar. And Robinhood really built their brand around offering zero commission investments. And at the start of COVID, what we saw is a platform that was doing very well explode. And it exploded with a whole new wave of investors who are putting their money into markets for the first time. Millennials and Gen Z. These are investors who are anywhere between 18 and 36 years old. And many of these investors were lured in with the 0% commission on trades, the low barrier to entry in terms of how much it takes to open an account, and ultimately the fact that you can invest right from your mobile device. Now, many people ultimately became very familiar with Robinhood based on some of the events that happened in early 2021, specifically around how many investors got behind popular stocks like GameStop and AMC Theaters, and ultimately led to a whole debacle that had to get, aired out in front of Congress. And really, it sort of drew upon the opaqueness of the overall financial world. In particular, it drew how Robinhood shut down trading on these two stocks based on the fact that apparently they were told by the National Securities Clearing Corporation, the clearinghouse that works with many of the large brokerages and banks in the US, they were then presented with a $3 billion minimum that they had to meet in order to ensure this clearinghouse that they would be able to make up the difference between the price of GameStop on one day and ultimately the price 2 days later when that stock sale settles, if the price dropped. So if Robinhood bought this stock from the stock market through this clearinghouse at $10, and in 2 days from now, the price collapses and starts selling at $5, Robinhood is on the hook to make up that difference. And this national clearinghouse ultimately froze them from being able to trade anymore on these particular stocks based on their risk profile. Now, whether that happened or not, there's a lot of speculation, but ultimately it drew even further questions in terms of how the overall financial system works based on a few companies who could just decide to freeze a brokerage for a particular account. Now, since that time, Robinhood has placed a lot of weight and a lot of focus around cryptocurrency because of the types of investors, many of them first time, many of them young, who are using their platform. And so much so that if you look at their overall revenue from April through June of this year, over 50% of all their transactional revenue came from cryptocurrency, which is enormous if you think about what the percent of revenue that crypto accounted for during that same time last year. So April, May, June of 2020, it was roughly 3%. So you're talking about over a 4,000% increase in overall revenue for this company. And it's no surprise that after Robinhood went public at the end of July, it had its eyes set on really addressing the Achilles heel of its platform when it came to crypto, which is that you can't send or receive any cryptocurrency from Robinhood. And that's a huge issue because if you think about its competitors, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, any of the major exchanges, you not only could buy and sell on their platforms, but if you wanted to then send it to someone else or even send it to another wallet, that's where the buck stopped with Robinhood. It didn't allow you to send it from their platform. You had to convert it into US dollars or any other fiat, and then subsequently then move that money. It's absolute pain because once you then convert it to dollars, it's a taxable event. So it becomes a double-edged sword for many investors. But with that being said, now that Robinhood is introducing a crypto wallet, it could be the holiday gift that investors are waiting for, because not only has it shown to be a very popular way of trading with millennials, but it also takes up roughly 60% of all their trading on a daily basis is coming through their app. So having this, which is already on their investors and their customers' phones, is a huge win because it's a platform that these investors are familiar with. It's not introducing a new way of buying or a new way of accessing cryptocurrency. It's using exactly what they're using today. And most important, if you look at what the overall trend is when it comes to these young millennial investors, not only are they trading more, but their time horizons are shorter. These are not investors who are holding for months and years. They're looking more at the days and weeks time frame. So with bringing in all of these investors who are going to increase the overall volume, and you also look at the timing of this, which coincides with the major upgrade for Ethereum in January or February of 2022, when ultimately Ethereum goes entirely to proof of stake, meaning the 15,000 ETH that are produced and issued every single day as rewards to those miners, that will decrease to roughly 1,500. And all of the ETH that is burned right now, as of the first phase of this upgrade, which launched in August, that's roughly about 5,000 to 6,000 a day. That will climb to over 10,000. So what you're going to see is a scenario where you have more investors coming in because of this app that they already use, now offering greater functionality and features where they can now send and receive. You are ultimately allowing these investors who trade higher volumes to ultimately do so mostly in large cap currencies. And at that same time, given their preference for large cap currencies, you also have the number 2 largest cryptocurrency in the market set to turn into a deflationary asset, meaning the supply is going to decrease day after day, transaction after transaction. And also, the fourth piece, which we didn't even mention here, is that it wouldn't be surprising to see that Robinhood follows the lead of Coinbase and offers some type of staking program. So what that means for you is that you're not only going to see potentially more investors coming into the market who are buying more Ethereum because their tendency to buy large cap, but also combine that with the natural buying pressure because Ethereum will become deflationary, and potentially all of those users who are, ultimately waiting for their app to become essentially useful when it comes to crypto, so they can send and trade. They then can stake, removing even more supply out of the overall circulation. You're looking at a potential perfect storm that honestly could not have come at a better time. So with that being said, not all is doom and gloom when it comes to crypto. This is a market correction, much like other market corrections. The market, as you pull back your little chart, you see it continues to climb. It's natural and it's good, and you should be very excited about this one particular major announcement, this new launch that's coming, because I think it could be huge for the overall community and spark some new life into trading. So hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends and family. And until next time, happy and safe investing. I'll speak with you soon.